So if you didn't see, a lot of people have been building crit Kaisa recently, which is really nice to see because this build was viable on the champions for months. And I'm also happy to see Yuntao being used more, because in my opinion, it's a really underrated item that is super strong on the champion. So first off, what's the deal with crit compared to unhit? Crit Kaisa's biggest advantage is that it gives you the highest amount of burst possible out of a Kaisa ADC build, even better than hybrid, which makes it a really strong build for early to mid game, but at the same time, its biggest weakness is the opposite, since it's pretty weak into tanks, because at the end of the day, Kaisa isn't a crit champion and she lacks any crit ratios in her kit, which means that when you're facing a tank, you will need to rely a lot on your auto attacks to finish the job. The issue is that in mid game, your autos are not guaranteed to crit, which means that if you're unlucky, you might just not have the damage to kill the tank. And the difference in DPS between being lucky and unlucky in a fight is around 8 to 10%, which is pretty big to be fair. Not to mention that at the end of the day, unhit Kaisa will always be better at scaling into the late game than crit. This is why it's recommended to only play crit into squishy teams so you can keep abusing your burst damage and you don't have to rely too much on auto attacks. Alright, next up. So the build that pro players are going for right now is this one. So Yuntao plus IE plus runnans. Now this build works fine, but it's a bit inefficient. Let me explain. The first mistake and the biggest in my opinion is rushing Yuntao. This build is all about burst and snowball, which means I want my Q evolution as fast as possible. So instead of rushing Yuntao, which doesn't really make any sense, in my opinion, the best way to start is to go with BF sword plus pickaxe plus longsword. This will give you Q evolution at level 8 for only 2550 gold. Getting such a strong Q evolution so early compared to other builds will allow you to snowball most lanes since you just have way too much damage. The second mistake I see some pros do, not all, is to go IE second. Now first off, Infinity Edge is really expensive to buy, which means that you're gonna delay your E evolution for a bit, and when you're not super fed, this might make the overall build not really comfortable. But even when you're fed and you want more burst, it's still weird because IE is best when you have enough crit rate to abuse its passive, but that early into the game you won't be able to get the full value of the item, which means that the role of IE at that point is simply to give you more burst damage, and that's it. But if I only want more burst damage, then Collector is way better. Not only it's cheaper to buy by a lot, but you get the full value as soon as you buy it. So overall, in my opinion, there are two ways to build crit. The standard way when you're not fed is to go for Yuntao plus Phantom Dancer or Runnans Hurricane into IE. Now if you're fed and you want to snowball, then you can also go for Yuntao plus Collector plus Navri plus IE. For the last items, you can go for BT or Shobo, NGA or Zhonya's. And there we go. This should cover everything you need to know about crit Kaisa, and with that said, enjoy the gameplay and subscribe. There we go. Okay, by the way, what I'm doing right now, don't do it in your games, because I'm forcing crit Kaisa. I'm forcing crit Kaisa, which is not recommended. Normally you should only go for crit Kaisa if you can have 4 BF sword. Normally here I would go for Kraken Slayer. The problem is that I can't really engage without them using their abilities first. That's the thing. So I need the Veigar to use his cage first before I can really engage this. I think without it, it's gonna be really difficult. So we can really only react rather than we can. Okay, there we go. See. I think it's okay. It's not bad. Yes, flash. There you go. I have double pods. Let's flash down. He still has flash, what? Wait, he still has flash? He used it, my bad. Damn. Damn, nice. Oh. We're going, we can fight for that. Nice. Nice, bubbles. Yeah, deserve for playing bot lane. For playing mage bot lane, I don't care. That's okay, so that's the combo they're trying to do. Alright, I get it now. I get the combo. Okay, so they... I see. I see the combo. So they put the Veigar cage and then they put the Viktor field. Ah, that sounds like a composition you find on like on a weird YouTube video. Say, oh, look at this broken combo, and then you do it in game and it just doesn't work. I can help here. Maybe I can do something. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm boom. Look at the damage. Look at the damage I'm doing. That's why you don't go for Yuntao first. Like, get Revolution first. It's so much damage. Huh. Oh my gosh, look at the damage! Holy! Missed. Wait, Orna went a bit too deep there. They still kill. They still kill. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, it's dumb. Oh, I didn't see. I got greedy. I got greedy. Oops. Nice. Yeah, we won't. Oh my gosh, that was close. Alright. Jeez! 20 kills. It could have been perfect if I didn't die like a stupid, greedy player. Whatever. The power of crit Kaisa when you're fed. Deserved for playing mage bot lane. It's annoying because like so many matchups right now are just mages. A lot of mages right now in bot lane, which is a bit annoying because I mean, it's a bit boring to be fair. Alright, nice. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stay. Can wave. I don't want to lose it. Oh, nice. Even got the assist there. Let's focus on the. There you go. There we go. Huh. And the Q-Evolution. Sad. If I had Q-Evolution there I kill, but without it, a bit hard. Hard for me to do anything. Why? Just commit on the Renekton, commit on him. There you go. Pick them off one by one. That's the best thing we can do at this point. Ah, missed. Nice. Nice. All right, nice. Good. Nice. Nice. We actually are. My gosh, they are losing this game. They're inted so hard. They give us so much time, and now we're scaling with Smolder. God damn! Imagine. God damn it! How do you die? It's fine, it's fine. Just back up, back up, back up. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh my gosh, that is sketchy. That is sketchy as hell. Holy, that. Well, Smolder. Oh, wow. GG. Smolder carry at the end. I did my job. We picked up with things out. We actually got some nice picks here and there. Make it easier for us to like come back into the game. But goddamn. There's a mage bot lane. Not bad damage, by the way. I'm not sold out with Runnans Hurricane, to be fair. Maybe it's because I prefer PD. The thing is, like, Phantom Dancer gives you more attack speed than Runnans. The thing with crit is that crit Kaisa is mostly focused on single target. You want to burst down like one person at a time. So Runnans Hurricane is not the most useful, I think, compared to PD. So I would prefer PD over Runnans, but I think that, again, it depends. In some cases, maybe it's actually interesting, but I don't know. I'm just biased because Phantom Dancer gives me more attack speed. Both works, to be fair, both works. They both give you evolution. But I would rather have more attack speed than the extra bolts, to be fair, because like I'm just most of the time focusing on one character at a time, like one person.